collect Raikou main from the sleep research only once a day. I named it Merino. Now I'm wondering if it's biting me in the butt. Only got 3 today. My mom actually never taught me how to cook. Get really lucky on the critical capture. Like, how did you do it? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here. So you'll see I'm on this screen. I accidentally did a little bit of a mistake when recording the intro. So I closed the game and then I opened it and there was a little mini update. So we are straight to the screen. And yeah, so I did a little bit of a boo-boo. Thank you so much for this lovely viewer who told me that I didn't need to do the nap sessions for this week because you collect Raikou main from the sleep research only once a day. So ideally you will want that sleep research to be at 100%. And I had totally forgot about that. So thank you so much for sharing that. And if any of you guys have been taking naps, maybe do not. And let's see what we get. So we got a Ditto there. I had a dream last night that I found another shiny Jigglypuff, and I was like, why? But I should probably, actually, because I didn't take a nap, I do have a bonus biscuit to use, and I am very tempted to use that on the Ditto. I don't want it on the Pikachu though. Or the Houndour. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Ditto, and then we're gonna just stop there. We are so close. I also redeemed a Raikou cookie yesterday, but I haven't yet picked up the incense. I still want to make sure I'm prepared before I do so. So I think my game plan is, because it requires 30 cookies, let's say I'm not lucky on the first time around and I don't get a critical capture, I'm gonna have to call it back again, which uses a second incense. And hopefully by the second incense, I'll be able to catch it. So I would have spent 160 Raikou main on 2 incense and a fair amount of Raikou mains on cookies to capture it. Anyways, I'm gonna go with the cookie approach to capture the Raikou because the first one is the same for everyone. So, and they're not that great, the stats in nature. So I don't want to waste a master biscuit on it, you know? So after I catch the one that I was gonna say the free one, but it's not free. After I catch the first one with the Raikou biscuits, I'm going to gather enough main for another incense so that I can call it back again and capture a second one. Hopefully this time with a master biscuit. But we'll see. Maybe I'll go with the cookie route again if I find that I'm gathering enough main quickly. If not, then I'll just use a master biscuit on my second catch and then hopefully see if I can get a third catch. I also switched my team around a bit. I was getting pretty hurt by not enough energy. I think the nap time really made a difference too. So I swapped in a Wigglytuff and I decided to use the Mareep from yesterday's video for making it my Ampharos. And I'll show you the name later, it's pretty cute. So it's great because it collects herbs for me. I'm so close to getting it to level 30, but I did not have enough cookies or handy candies, so wasn't able to get that done. But once it's level 30, I will get eggs, which will help a lot more with the lack of ingredients I have for curry week, which is not my good week. I only got 85 points. No. Got some candy, that's nice. So it seems like there was an issue of some people's exchange resetting so that you can get, so basically you'll see Pokebiscuit will be back at 30. But yeah, that did not happen to me. Today I have 8.5k sleep points, so I'm gonna hold on to that for now. And in a couple days it will reset. So I'm not gonna go straight into redeeming them all for cookies, Pokebiscuits, because who knows, maybe I will need that second Master Biscuit to catch my third Raikou. Speaking of which, I should have gave more cookies as well for the reward. I'll do that tomorrow. But let's take a look at the Ampharos. I named it Merino after merino wool. Although once it levels up to the third stage, it kind of sheds all its wool. But yeah, as a reminder, we got Sassy, helping bonus on the top. No berry finding, but that is alright. I'll take what I can get. And if I'm not mistaken, Ampharos is the only Pokemon in game right now that has Charge Strength M. And then I have my Victory Bell there and Arya collecting potatoes and honey. Alright, so let's make our first meal of the day. Let's see what I can even make. Yeah, see, I was hoping that with my current team composition, it would have worked out pretty okay to make the egg bomb curry. But I just do not have enough eggs. So I will just make the solar power tomato curry. Honestly, cooking wise, I don't think I'm gonna excel because I am prioritizing on berries for this week, which is quite unlike me. I usually prioritize on ingredients. Now I'm wondering if it's biting me in the butt. So we did not make it to Master 4. And Arya popped her skills, so the team will be super healthy. There's no news either. Alright, so let's go to the research community, see how many mains we get. Wait a minute, did I even get... I didn't even remember how much main I got from the research screen. I only got 3 today? This is weird. That is so odd. Because yesterday I got a pretty good amount. How stressful. Anyways, so another episode of Shogun came out tomorrow, and it was really good. There's some tension building up, more backstory, character development. I'm really enjoying it, but supposedly it's going to be a short series, and we're almost near the end, which is kind of sad. Also, I filmed another cooking recipe yesterday. So going to work on editing that this week, and I'm pretty excited for this one because it is quite the sentimental recipe for me. It is Vietnamese cuisine. It's a Vietnamese dish. And it's more of a comfort dish that you find, like really home cooked style meal. So it's really not going to be something that you will see in restaurants if you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, unless they really specialize on that home cooked style meal. And just like in Japan where they have ramen, oh, the light's doing weird things, but if you're familiar with Japanese cuisine, their ramen, especially the broth, it varies from region to region. And even miso, it varies from household to household, whether they use like red miso, white miso, etc. Loon Floon, congratulations for the shiny Eradicate atop belly. So yeah, and the dish that I'm making, that I made, it's called Vietnamese caramelized pork belly. And my family's from North Vietnam, so it's going to be a little bit different from what you will see recipes online show if they're from the South. And it is my ultimate favorite comfort dish from Vietnam. Whenever my mom makes it, I'm so happy, and it's something that is easily loved from people outside of our culture as well. And you know, the thing about cooking is my mom actually never taught me how to cook. So growing up, my brother and I did a lot of chores. We helped out a lot around the house. And when it came to cooking though, the only thing we had to do was make rice. And we had a rice cooker, which is very common in Asian households. But my mom never made me cook like actual dishes, and she never really taught me in the kitchen those dishes as well. She's more of the approach of you could learn something on your own, and there's resources online for you. Like I remember before I moved out, I asked her if she could ever join me in the kitchen and teach me how to cook, and she's like, you could learn anything you want online. And I'm like, okay. So I did. And I understand where my mom's coming from. She is very resourceful. She taught herself so much in life, and cooking is one of those things that she taught herself. And she is such an amazing cook. And you know, I just wish that she did teach me her recipes. So now I just do a lot of trial and error. I go for base recipes, and I try out different recipes, and then I take what I like from each recipe to try to replicate my mom's taste, you know? We have gotten so many of these goddamn Tinglus. So that is the card opening. Not much, nothing exciting really. So yeah, I have pork belly. It's great to make in a batch and then keep it in the fridge, pop out when you're ready to eat it. But it's also kind of like curry or stews, where the longer you let it sit and steep, the more delicious it gets, especially when you have a boiled egg in there and it's just sucking up all that sauce overnight. It's so good. But yeah, speaking about rice cookers earlier, when my boyfriend and I moved into this place, there was not a lot of counter space, and we really had to work with what we had. So I decided to opt out on purchasing a rice cooker, even though I had like a rice cooker in mind of which one I wanted to buy. There was this really nice Korean one. My mom uses it. The rice is always so delicious, but there's simply no space. So I had to learn how to make rice over the stove, which is something I've never done. So that was a little bit of an experience, but I got it down to a science. I'm very good at making rice over the stove, very fluffy. But I must say, It does not compare to the technology that Korean people use in their rice cookers to make rice, because it's just a treat when you're eating rice. Also, the pork belly dish, it's one of those dishes that will make you want a second bowl of rice, because it's that good that you want more rice to accompany eating more meat, because it can be pretty savory. Yeah, it can be pretty savory. It's like sweet, salty, savory, a little bit of heat if you want to add heat, which I do because I love spicy. And you pour the sauce over the rice and it's just so good. So I'm very excited to show you guys that recipe. And yeah, gotta get to editing it. And then I thought to myself, should I show you guys how to make rice? Because when I moved out, I didn't know how to make rice on the stovetop. So I'm sure there are some of you guys that might not have had the experience of needing to make rice on the stovetop too, if you're like me and you've always made it with a rice cooker your entire life. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the need is there. Maybe I'll just do it anyways, because yeah, when I moved out, I had to YouTube it, and some of the videos are quite old. So, and there's a good amount, but I don't know, I feel like I could swoop my way in there, get a little bit of the pie when it comes to the rice cooking area. But thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble on in yet another video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what your strategy is also when it comes to capturing Raikou. I know some of you already have captured him. Did you use a master biscuit? Did you get really lucky on the critical capture? Like, how did you do it? Let me know. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I will really appreciate that. Take care. Good luck, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.